where the option of BTEC I hadn't again really thought about as a way of furthering your education to be able to then get to university to what you want to do. So that the course that evening then, I think exercise and sport and exercise science were the thing that really stuck out, because it's something she enjoys both practically and I think I felt she would have done well on the course itself. So I suppose for me it was finding out that there was another way to get to university. I'd always been used to being told you need your A levels and that's it.
So Emma, then what were your fears then when you were thinking, okay, I've applied for this course, that's the one I want, that's the one for me, but I'm sure it wasn't free from any doubt or worries. So what were your fears leading up to starting and enrolling and so on?
Yeah, well, my first thought was like not knowing anybody, and then the second thought I sort of had was I don't really know what it's going to get me onto, whether I'd get onto like university or anything. And then I was worried about like being behind in education. Like I just thought, it was, you had to leave school and then 3 years and then you were graduated. Like I think whenever you sort of step outside your comfort zone of what you've been used to, you realise like there's so many other people that are in the exact same situation, and once you leave school, your eyes are just open to the other options of getting to places and where you want to be. What the course offers that's just been a highlight. I've loved everything about it, because everything you learn about it's all applicable, and I've loved it. I've just loved all the practicals, the residentials, the teachers, like going in every day. I've just enjoyed the way of it, kind of.
It was so it appeared different from school, and we would talk a lot more about her course. I suppose I work in healthcare, and she would talk about different modules on the course and saying that because she's interested in doing physiotherapy as her degree, the applicability of the different modules, that you could see the point of it.
The style of learning as well.
Yeah,
I love the style of learning. Like you do learn from textbook, but you also learn from real life examples, and then you also learn in practical ways as well. Whenever you go on practicals, like you refer back to what you're learning. So I just love the style of learning, and it suits me.
It being more in a way work-based, if you know, the professional workplace of what. So this is worth learning for me is what I felt. She could see this is worth learning because it's important. So the style of with modular learning, I think has really suited her, and I've seen her so much more mature in her learning and the way she's applied herself to something that she's really enjoyed.
I just have so much more confidence in my learning, and I do believe in myself a lot more than what I used to.
My wife and I both can see that big time. It's a big change, and I think that will only hold her in her stead for what she wants to do in the future.
Yeah, and I think you'll be well prepared then for progression, onto higher education as well.
I wouldn't change it. If I was to go back to results day, I would definitely have done the same thing. I wouldn't have chosen A levels again.
I'm going to take you back to that day we had that guest lecture in, and you got quite emotional saying it was the best thing that happened to you. Is that still how you feel? It was the best thing that happened? Yeah,
definitely. I don't know. I think if I hadn't gone to Belfast Met, I would have. Yeah, I wouldn't be the person I am. Just in terms of having education with everybody from everywhere.
Okay, so Alistair, what would you say to any parents that are worried about letting their child go to Belfast Met or go on to this course specifically?
I don't worry at all about it.
Go for it.
I could definitely go for it. It's been such a positive experience for us to see how she's got on and thrived.
Yeah, great. And Emma, what would you say to a student who thinks maybe isn't overly happy at school, but and then has accidentally found out about this course but isn't sure, is a bit worried, not knowing anybody, worried about falling behind? What would you say to them?
I'd say go for it, and don't even second guess it. Like, just go for it. If you like sport and it's the only thing you like, go for it. So hopefully in September I'm going on to do physiotherapy at Northumbria University.
Pastoral support, and again, that you do see at school as well. That's been very evident as well at Belfast Met to see, to encourage students. It was so much different than I expected it to be.
Yeah, no,
and
absolutely. And I'm glad you've got so much out of it that you have, Emma. So you've been a delight to teach as well. So thank you very much.
Good job.